beautiful people, welcome back. My name is Fizz. Welcome back to ARK Survival, and today we're going to be talking about and showcasing my top 5 building location in the Volcano region, because that's basically what people wanted, and also that's what I wanted. Now granted, the Volcano region is probably one of the most difficult regions to live in, but you can definitely live in it if you find the right places. Just like the last one, I will be ignoring the no build zones for missions, because official servers you can do that. So if I find a spot, I trust me, I have some really good spots. So ignore that. And also no collision is also recommended, meaning you can place foundations through rocks and all this other stuff. The volcano the volcano biome is definitely one of the hardest places to build because of all the different rock formations, because a lot of them you can't destroy. So highly recommend that. But anyways, let's get started. All the GPS and cheat SPIs will be in the description down below, and let's get started on the volcano biome. Alright, the first place is this area right here. GPS coords will be on the screen and also in the description down below. This is an actual area that I'm building in my my survival series, basically, and it's a really easy teleportation to get to the zone. It's teleport volcano southeast, I think it was, or southwest, and basically you spawn down over there, and this is where I'm building right here. It's general this area, but forget about that. I wanted to showcase this cliffside area. Now this cliffside area is a very masterpiece, beautiful little area that you could definitely build a really cool base over the lava, and granted you could even build in the lava. The lava is very low, so it's gonna turn all red right now, just to show you guys real quick. See how quickly the foundations you can place. You can place a foundation down on lava and you won't die per se, because it's like I think 20 true damage a tick, so it's not too bad. You could definitely build up some stuff, but I'm just thinking about cliff platforms around this area. Now you do have the little bit of a worriness of stuff spawning on top of here, but you're living in the volcano biome. You're kind of already prepared for hell on Earth to basically come at your base, because the Dinosaurs destroy all the way up to till tech, and definitely the volcano, when it's erupting, can destroy stuff. Now the volcano I have done with my testing will not reach this area. It's mostly around the circular area around the volcano. There's like kind of a range of how far it can actually hit you. So over here you're very, very safe, but definitely having a bunch of cliff platforms right here would be super amazing and cool, because you can definitely place them, and you'll also just have this beautiful view of just looking this way. I mean, look at this view right here. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Now the area you have, there's plenty of metal and stone. There's actually plenty of wood, because you have a lot of the dead trees over here, and there's plenty of crystal over here, obsidian, and there also is a little tiny cave. I wouldn't recommend this is not in my build area, because there's some stuff that could definitely spawn in here, but you know, you can add it to the build area, I guess. Ooh, there's a little secret hidden area. I didn't even know that. Interesting. But I definitely like this spot right here to be my #1 area for this area, for the volcano zone, just because you could build a lot of cool cliff platforms and just a lot of floating kind of building just over the lava, and I think it would look really, really cool. So that is the #1. Now granted, like I said in the last video, it's just the first one. It's not my favorite one, but it is a favorite one. So they're all not in order. It's just what the ones I'm just saying. So for the first one, this is my cliffside lava building. Perfect. All right, #2, the second area in the volcano biome that I truly like building. Now, there's not really much for, say, a special utility, I guess you would call it. We are very close to the border up top, so let me just get that real quick to show you guys. This is the border. This little area right here is actually protected. It does not get hit by meteors, because my friend Dwizzly, my admin Dwizzly, actually lived here on our server, and he had nothing ever hit him over here ever. So this is a very safe area. The reason why I'm picking this is this is technically, I think, the safest, highest point in the volcano area that you can build for not getting hit by meteors from the volcano eruption. And also it's got a lot of element crystals farms. You got a lot of crystal as well, and you have this cute little lava area with some obsidian and stuff, and you could indeed actually build in this little area if you want, because this is all buildable. Oh, my game crashed or froze. Hey. This is all buildable, this whole area. You can definitely build a really cool little lava cool base going over here, and also you can just kind of expand it over this like waterfall system. I personally think what I would do is I would build a structural thing hanging from this rock piece going down with some pillars, and I would kind of like have it hanging like this, just like right in this general area, looking onwards to this vast area of the zone. There is a lot of there is no trees, so the wood is very minimum. I mean, there is some, but there's not as many as the last area, so you probably would harvest all these the first day, and then you would probably build over it, so there wouldn't be. Metal is pretty good, and the creature spawns are also very good. It looks like the creature spawns up here are not very that many. There is some here and there, rare ones like a basilisk or a rex, but other than that, it's mostly very passive creatures like stegos and trikes and stuff and ankies, so it's very good. You do have quite a bit of a walk, you would say. Here's the walk you would have to technically go. It's quite long. It's very long. Because basically you have to start from all the way down there to walk all the way up to this general area, because there is only one way to get up to this spot. I mean, granted, you could do grappling and cliffs, and you could build a ramp here, but other than that, yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. There is a lot of metal, crystal, obsidian, but you know, I personally like this area because it's a very high up area and it's a very safe area from the eruption, and you definitely get that nice beautiful view of the fake scenery. But I mean, let's be honest, the skybox in this zone is quite amazing, so it's definitely worth having a nice view. I mean, look at this view. But yeah, this is my number 2 spot. Tell me guys what you think. All right, my number 3rd spot in the volcano zone is actually right here. It's a little bit down from number 2 spot, so the number 2 is way up there in the volcano area. This is number 3. Now, I'm generally going to be circling this whole entire area because I do believe this right here as well. Over here as well. You have to be careful of the world border, but this is also a really nice area right here. And then last but not least, it's this general area right here. This is probably the safest spot in the entire biome because you can definitely build up high up in here. The one thing, this is also, I was debating of building in here in my survival series, but the one thing that I did not like is that the view is very limiting, and it's very dark and kind of cavey, which I know a lot of people do like caves and safety, but that's not me. I like to be adventurous and not be stuck in a cave. So you could definitely think about some areas around this area to build. Personally, if I would actually to build in here, I would build on this pillar platform, and I would build a huge circular cliff platforms all the way around this pillar, because you can build cliff platforms. People said in my last video, there's no way you can. Listen, Sonny, yeah, you can build every single thing in every DLC on this map. So yes, you can. And you can definitely build a really nice circular thing with a bunch of cliff platforms right here. And also, I'm pretty sure, I've not tested this, but you probably could put a water platform here, because this is technically water. I don't know if you want to put an ocean platform there, but that'd be kind of interesting. And yeah, it's very rich in resources. It's got probably the most wood area out of all the zones. It's got plenty of metal, plenty of stone. It's got a lot. And there is a teleportation to right here, which I think is northwest or northeast. It's one of those two. You teleport basically right around in this section, and you're basically here. And yeah, I mean, this is a really nice little spot. So what do you guys think about this spot? I quite enjoy it, and maybe next time I play on this, I'll build over here, but not inside. I'll probably build outside, like right here. This looks pretty. I mean, let's be honest, this looks really pretty. All right, my number 4th area is right here. Now, this would definitely need to have the allow building in mission area zone code, because this is in 3 mission areas, but it's a very nice area. And this is basically this cliffside right here. I would definitely like to build some cliff platforms. I'm doing a lot of cliff platforms in this zone because I don't know why. I have a really good feeling about this area for the zone to have a lot of them. But anyways, right here is a perfect example of having a lot of different cliff platforms. Now, you have a greater chance of getting hit by the volcano in this zone, so this is not going to be a safety area. This is going to be kind of, you know, let's build here and see what happens, you know, kind of situation, because I have seen meteors actually hit this zone area. But there's a couple of reasons why I would pick this. Number one, it's very close to the volcano entrance area to go get Magmasaur eggs and stuff, and number two, it's surrounded by 3 little missions area, so very conveniently to get blueprints, not blueprints, but to get armor, get lots of resources from the missions, and also get Magmasaurs. So it's a really, you could kind of think about it as maybe an outpost base for say, not a full-on base, because I think it'd just be a little bit too small for that. There is some little nooks and crannies around this area that you could probably build around with, like, you know, maybe some cliff platforms and stuff. But you have to be aware that some dinos can spawn on top of these little areas right here that I'm pointing out, so you have to be aware of that. Other than that, I haven't seen them spawn up here, so maybe this is also a good spot to maybe have a little area, you know, with fences and stuff. But other than that, definitely a really nice little spot right here to put a little cliff platform right about here and have a little base right here just looking over these 3 mission zones and the cave to go in anytime you need, because the cave is not too bad. Definitely not too bad. I highly not recommend building anywhere on the floor, because these are mission areas will be interference, as well as there's a lot of hell things up here. I've definitely seen an alpha basilisk up here, so be very aware on that. But definitely a more challenging spot, but a more interesting spot, I would say. So definitely this is my number 4 spot. All right, and now this is my number 5 build area in the volcano biome. GPS coordinates, Chi, and SPI will be in the description as always. And this is the most dangerous area, because this is where I've seen a lot of meteors come, but I cannot resist of adding this because I really enjoy this little area in the view of it, because it's a very beautiful area. Now, there's 2 main reasons that I'm picking this area. Number one, it has one of the main entrance ways to the volcano, a very big area, so you can bring big creatures into it. And number 2, this area is probably the most richest in metal. And element. You have so much metal in this general area, and if you go just down a little bit in the volcano, there's a lot more metal. Millions of metal nodes in here. Not millions, just exaggerating, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of metal in this area, and I highly recommend do not building on top of this area right here. This is a definitely major hit zone of the meteors. If you want to build somewhere near this area, I highly recommend building on this other cliff side, and also building a very nice base area right here, because this has a lot of potential and room for this little area to have a very big base. I mean, you can just, I can see right now, big cliff platforms right here in the bottom, and then basically build up. You'll be perfectly safe from the meteors hitting you. And then also you could do a little bit of a walker right here to just get up to your base. I mean, it's a very nice, convenient little area. You could also build something down here in this thing. It is in the range of getting hit by meteors, so that's kind of not a good idea as well. But I mean, if you're adventurous, hell yeah, do it. Let's see what happens. If you are, definitely build the metal platform so that way it doesn't get one shot, because it one shots wood and stone, the meteors hitting. So definitely be careful in that. And there is a lot of good resources. This is a very rich in resource area if you go down here a little bit, with a lot of wood and stuff. But yeah, it's probably the hardest area to build in, and you know, it's kind of a hit or miss if it's actually gonna work, but hey, we're all about taking risks sometimes and building, so I definitely recommend, if you're a risk taker, build in this spot, because I think it will pay off in the long run because of the cave and the metal and the element, and just honestly the base location. It's a very, very high up, very central-ish location for the volcano, and you know, if you go right through the volcano to the other side, I mean, it's a quick, easy go to the one side of volcano to the other, so you know, very quick and easy to get from one side. So I recommend that area, definitely. Number 5. Alright, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is my top 5 areas for the volcano biome area. Now granted, there is plenty of other places you could build, but these are my top interesting and also safe but not safe areas that I think you would have very fun and trying expanding and trying to build in these areas. Now do keep in mind, once again, mission zones, being able to build in them, and also no collision is highly recommend for these zones, because the volcano zone is one of the hardest places to build, because a lot of the rocks you cannot destroy, so you just got to build on top of them and intersect with them. So definitely a bigger challenge than the other ocean biome. But if you like this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow, and tell me guys what you think about these zones, and tell me which one is your favorite. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care and have a good one, and tell me, last comment, what zone we should do next. We have lunar, and we have Arctic, and we have Bog. I would like to hear what you guys think. But anyways, that's it. I love you all. See you in the next one.